Well, I guess I'll put this short little tutorial together. Not sure I'm going to use it, but I might. So this is F18 radar PBR stuff. I'm going to go through the controls real quick. This is how I'm going to slew my cursor around the TDC controller. How I'm going to designate target TDC depress. Air-to-air master mode. Also using the right MDI PB5. You don't have to have a button bound to that. It's just a button I have. I'll show it to you on the screen. That's about it in terms of controls. First things first, you want to have make sure your data link's on. So hit the D/L button. Mine's already on, but I'll turn it off just to show you. So hit the D/L, hit on, hit DL again, hit on again. And now you can see on the radar you got the circles that popped up. That's a way you can tell if the data link's back on. This is the situational awareness page. By default, it is actually the HSI page in the map view. I don't like the map view, so I just go to the SA page. It's nice. These two yellow bars here are my cursor. Left or right, left, up, down, TDC. The numbers in the bottom, I believe, are from my heading, which is 124, which is shown at the top here. So for some reason, so it'll tell me the bearing range altitude from me what this target is. So this is actually a friendly because it's green in a circle. You see how if I hover over it, I get the 0.1 on one side and 0 on the other. That is Mach on the left and altitude on the right. I want to choose this one down here because it's actually moving. So he's going Mach 0.5 at 2,000 feet. So that's a little bit of interrogation. And if I wanted to call out to a flight next to me, I'd say, you know, raw 168 for 3.4 miles. It's miles distance. You can change the range of your radar screen up and down. See, you got another aircraft that popped up. This is actually the AWACS, but the one of interest is this red one, which is a hostile. You can tell because it's red, and I'll actually switch on over to another screen, if it'll let me. So you should be able to see this screen as well, but this is the HAFU list. I don't know what HAFU stands for. Half ambiguous friendly, I don't know. Something like that. But what it tells you is, what it tells you is what tracks look like what. So if you could see, I'll switch back to the radar. It's a full diamond, top and bottom. Which means, oh, it disappeared. It was a full diamond top and bottom, but it was slightly smaller than the rest, which means it's a surveillance track, hostile red, coming from an AWACS, which I could denote by this little dot in the middle of the circle. That's not really important. The dot across the side just means someone else is on your data link frequency giving you information. All you really need to know is targets you can see have the top of them capped. So semicircle for friendly, half box for unknown, chevron for red. Correlated onboard tracks means you and someone else see the same target, so you're sharing information. You're going to have a full size, enclosed. FF, friendly fighter donor track, means that you yourself cannot see the target, but someone else on your data link frequency can, and they are giving you information, and that's where it's coming from. And then the surveillance tracks means that it's from the AWACS, and you necessarily can't see it. If you are seeing an AWACS track on your own, I believe, you will get another extra chevron on top to let you know that's what you're looking at. In terms of locking a target, I'm still on the ground, I can't lock targets, but all you'd have to do is you just take your cursor here, slew it over a target, and hit target enter. So I'll go ahead and take off and I'll show you. Don't mind my takeoff procedures because it's going to be an expedited. if my view would stop jittering around. I'll go ahead and take off and point in the direction of the enemy. Because if you're not getting, actually I can just turn my data link off. I'll show you what that looks like. Because it can't identify friendlies or hostiles anymore if data link's off. So yeah, you really want your data link on. You can still interrogate targets with data link off. I'll show you what that looks like as well, I guess. Let's see if the wind's so nuts. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah. So I'm going to go to air-to-air master mode. It automatically comes up with the 9X. I'm going to go over to my AIM-120s. So as you can see, the target, zoom in here. This is left to right of me. So if I put the target straight in the middle of my display here, I know it's going to be basically off my nose. If I interrogate it here, he's Mach 0.8 for 2,000 feet, so he's really low. I'll go ahead and lock him. I can't. I want to switch to TWS, see if that makes a difference. So, no dice. So he just dropped off my radar. I can't see him. I'm going to try switching to medium. Man, the wind's nuts. Switch over to high. Switch back to high interleave. I usually don't mess with that unless I'm actually having issues. I just realized where I am flying over the tanks here. So I got that target back on data link off to my right. Let me turn back in. See if I can get a lock on him this time. So you can see the scan. Oh shoot! I say 10. I'm carrying harms at the moment, but we're not doing anything at the moment here. Hello, friendly. How are you? Oh, that's an SA-10, alright. Maybe the wind will make it harder for it to hit us. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my data link off. Just to show you what unidentified tracks look like. I'll just practice on these friendlies here. It's gonna show up like a brick, like the F8, like the F15 does. It'll show up as a brick. You can change the elevation of the scan from like 2 bars to 4 bars. It's gonna take longer. Oh, there we go. So we got a brick. So it's an unidentified target. If I hold it over, it's gonna interrogate. It shows up yellow as unidentified. It still gives me the Mach and range. So I go ahead and lock him. It's going to give me all that information. It's going to point me towards him, and it's going to say, hey, you've locked a friend. Don't be an idiot. To undo that, hit the nose wheel steering button, and it'll unlock for you. So if that was a hostile, all you'd have to do is, with the AIM-120s, this big dash circle, I could just put them in the middle of that circle, let one rip, and it'll instantly go into active ping mode. Close acquisition mode, so if I'm in AIM-120 or if I'm on my BVR acquisition mode, I push forward on the sensor control switch, it'll bring me to bore sight. I push forward again, nothing. I push backward after hitting forward once, it'll bring me to the wide scan. Hit backward again, nothing. To the right, nothing. To the left, wide acquisition. Not actually sure what that looks like in terms of picture on the HUD. I don't actually use wide acquisition. Go ahead and hit the nose wheel steering a couple times. Get that to go away. I'm gonna push my range out. See if I can find something to 120. Let's see if there's anybody. Oh, there's somebody. He's going away from us, so he's not going to be able to be seen very often. I'm turn my data link back on. That's kind of helpful. Turn that. Oh, there we go. We caught him. So as you can see, he's only shaded underneath, which means we can't see him, or we're not seeing him with our radar, but someone else is. The star means I believe he's primary threat. There we go. We got a lock. That chevron on top of the box means it is a hostile, as well as the fact it is not showing friendly. Interpreting the HUD. Oh, no, lost lock. No dice. This is a very neat screen on the left there. I've never actually messed with this before. Is it pointing me towards him? Kind of, a little bit. Casually dodging SA-10s. That wind is nuts. Yeah, I've never actually messed with the screen you're seeing on the right, so that's all new to me. That crosshair on the right screen, not actually sure. You can see it shows up as a shield, which means it is a friendly. Go ahead and turn around. Need some altitude too. Alright, so there's no hostile targets in the area. So that should be a little bit, at least somewhere to get started there. It's a pretty long video to start off with though.